Yo, what is going on, everybody? Executives here, coming at you with how to get your 8 strength to Helm or leg enchants and other various enchants that are a little bit harder to get in vanilla WoW. I'm gonna hop right into this. So we're here in Burning Steppes, right next to the ruins of Thaurizian. I screwed that up, the pronunciation. Blackrock Mountain, Blackrock Depths area. The easiest way to get here is there's a flight path for Horde right here. There's Flight Master right here, and then for Alliance, down here in Morgan's Vigil, there's also a flight path. So you just fly down there and run all the way up. Or if you guys don't have those flight paths, you can always come in through Searing Gorge. Thorium Points. Yeah, Thorium Point, then through there. Or if you're Horde, Kargath, and then through Blackrock Mountain, out the backside of Blackrock Mountain, and then run up here. Anyways, you're going to talk to this NPC right here called Mathridis Firestar, and he has like almost a daily the blue question mark for the different Librams that you want. So there's ones for different, there's attack speed, or actually that isn't in the game for this one yet. There's strength, there's armor, health, a bunch of stuff, but I'm just going to cover the strength one for right now because I'm doing a warrior guide. So you need 30 gold, 1 black diamond, a Libram of Veracity, 4 Whipper Root Tubers, and 4 Crystal Forces. And I'm going to show you guys how to get all of those on your own. Pretty much black diamond, your drops from Blackrock Depths, they're very, very, very common. Very easy to get. They'll be on the auction house for less than a gold because of how frequent they are. So I'd just say honestly, buy it off the auction house. Yeah, same thing with the Libram. You can't really farm the Libram because it's a random drop chance, and it pretty much drops from everywhere. It drops from Alterac Valley, Dire Mall, STV, Felwood, so it drops from everywhere. That's pretty much level 50 and above, I'd say, has the best % chance of dropping it. So your best bet is to just either go into AV and farm these Cold Mine Explorers, or just buy it off the auction house. They're going to be anywhere from, especially at the start of the server, they're really cheap, but more towards the end of a server, they get a little bit more expensive. They're going to be around, I'd say, anywhere from 5 to about 20 gold. So the first thing I'm going to cover are how to get the Whipper Root Tubers. Now these are a little bit harder to obtain than the Crystal Forces because there's a little bit of a pre-quest. So we're down here in Felwood, way down here by the Emerald Sanctuary, and you have to talk to this lady. I'll call her Silver Sky, and she gives a pre-quest where you basically have to collect 15 blood ambers, meaning you just have to randomly kill mobs in Felwood and they will drop these blood ambers. Then once you turn in the quest, you're able to get a Cenarian Beacon, and what this does is this allows you, when you gather materials or when you kill mobs, to get a corrupted soul shard of some kind, and then from there you're able to turn these in for Cenarian plant salves, which allows you to cleanse the corrupted root tubers. So I'm going to turn in all of my corrupted soul shards that I found, and then this is going to allow me to get the Cenarian plant salves. Now you get 2 per turn in, and it takes about 2 to 4 to cleanse one. It's generally around 3. So you want to get multiple of these. You want to stack them, stack as many Cenarian plant salves as you can. So now you've done your pre-quest, you've gathered your Cenarian plant salves. Now you're saying, where are the Whipper Root Tubers? So in front of me, this is what a corrupted Whipper Root Tuber looks like. It's very weird. It blends into the environment very easily, but they do have spawn locations, which I will demonstrate. But first, you click on it. It takes about 3 Cenarian plant salves. You continue, then you complete quest. Now this gives you 5, and then don't walk away because it's not done yet. Then it turns into a cleansed Whipper Root Tuber, and now you're able to click this once, or if you're on Elysium and it's bugged, you're able to spam click it while holding shift and gather multiple. But you click it once and then you get 7. So there's 5 plus 7, that's 12, and boom, I've got 12 Whipper Root Tubers, and these do not share a cooldown with health pots, so I recommend bringing them in raids, bringing them in dungeons, PvP. They're very good. Besides turning them in for the quest. Now I have a little map here. Sorry, it's really blurry. I'll leave a link in the description to this photo, and it shows where all the Whipperoo Tuber spawns are. So where we were at the one in Bloodvenom Falls, there's one over here by Ironwood Tree. There's one up here by the backside of all the satires, and then there's one up here by the front side of all the satires. Then there's down here some more satires and stuff like that. So yeah. Now if you're wondering how to get to Felwood, there's multiple ways you can get to, or there's actually only one way you can get to Felwood. You have to come up through Ashenvale and come in through this Rainwood Retreat and up through here. Now the Horde flight path is over here, and the Alliance flight path is up here. And then also if you want to get to Winterspring, that's also how you get through Winterspring. You go up through this tunnel through Felpaw Village into Winterspring. So yeah, now I'm going to hop over into Angora Crater and show you guys how to get the Crystal Forces. Alright, so now I'm in Angora Crater and I'm going to show you guys the pre-quests you need to do before being able to turn in the Crystal Forces into the Crystal Pylons. One thing I want to mention is that the easiest way to get to Angora Crater is through the Shimmering Flats. You come down in here through 1,000 Needles, in through the Shimmering Flats, down towards Gadget Sand, and then from there you buy a Noggin Frogger, or you just jump over these mountains or come down through this path down here into Angora Crater. And then the flight path for both Horde and Alliance is up here at Marshall's Refugee. So yeah, anyways, we're going to start off with this person called JD Colley inside the cave in Angora Crater, and you have to do this pre-quest, Crystals of Power. You have to go collect 7 power crystals of each color, red, blue, yellow, and green, and so I'll show you guys how to collect those. Alright, so here right outside the flight path I already found a red crystal. You don't need any special tools or materials to just collect these. You just click on them, and they have a chance to drop anywhere from I think 1 to 5 crystals. Now they are they're not BOP, so you're able to buy and sell them on the auction house. So keep that in mind. If you didn't want to go and look for them around Angora, you could just go and buy them on the auction house. Now they spawn randomly. They spawn pretty much everywhere in Angora Crater. They're behind trees, and there's no specific spawn locations for specific colors. They all can spawn in various locations, and the color I'm pretty sure is random. So if you just run around Angora and look behind trees, look behind freaking everything in Angora, especially if you stick to the outskirts of the map, I'm sure you guys will find a lot of power crystals. They stick out pretty easily, so you're able to see them from far away, and then you just run up to them and click them. And then once you're done with that, we're going to go ahead and turn in the quest. Alright, so once you gather all the crystals, we're going to go ahead and come back to JD and turn in these 7 of each. Now keep in mind, I didn't explain this before, but I will now. To turn in these Crystal Forces, you will need 10 blue power crystals and 10 red ones. So if you guys see extra red ones or extra blue ones, I say just collect every time you see them, collect them, because you might need them in the future, or they might sell in the auction house for a decent amount. Alright, so we're going to turn this in, and then now we have to go and basically activate each pylon. So we're going to accept these 3 quests, and then we're going to go to each point in the map. I think there's a pylon here, there's a pylon here, and a pylon over here, and we're going to go and activate them. Alright, so we're at the first pylon here. It's up at the north corner of the map. You can see my coordinates on the bottom of the screen. I'm using Cartographer if you're wondering what that map add-on is. Next is towards the east of Angora. You can see my coordinates. All you have to do is just click on the pylon, very easy. And then the last one's on the west. Generally around the pylons there are red power crystals and like thorium veins and stuff. Now we're going to come back here, turn in the quests. I sped it up a little bit because there's a little bit of an RP when you accept this last quest. She's just going to basically says this makes sense, and then you turn it in and boom, you're done with the quest. Now since we're done with all the pre-quests, we're able to turn in to get the Crystal Forces. Now like I said earlier, for the Crystal Forces, actually I lied, I said red. You will need 10 green and 10 blue. I'm sorry for that mistake. In order to get 6 Crystal Forces. And then this is what you'll need to turn in to get your Whipperoo Tubers. So now you're going to come to the eastern pylon over here, and all you do is just click on, make sure you collect Crystal Force and not Crystal Spire, turn these in, and you'll get your 6 Crystal Forces. Alright, so now we've got everything. We've got our 4 crystal forces, we've got our 4 whipper root tubers, and then we purchased a Libram of Veracity, and we either purchased or farmed a black diamond off the auction house. We come back here to Burning Steps, and we're just going to go ahead and turn in this quest. It also costs 30 gold, remember that. So you have to have that gold, and then you're able to select agility, intellect, spirit, strength, or stamina, and we're going to go ahead and select the strength one. Now, since you guys get this item, it is bind on pickup, but you're able to put it on other people's gear, so you're able to sell this. If you guys wanted to farm this, you're able to sell this enchant from anywhere from 50 to about 150 gold, depending on the server. So if someone just opens up trade with you and puts their legs or item in like the non-tradable slot, you're able to enchant it. And then yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. I pretty much covered every single thing that needed to be covered, the pre-quests and everything like that, the flight paths. Yeah, if you guys want me to do a guide like this for the Dire Maul enchants, I can do that as well. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Allow me to